to try to pronounce your name, but I'm not even going to butcher it. And don't worry, my name is Antiana, so my name gets butchered all the time, and it's so annoying. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to call you G. So hey, G. Thank you for reaching out to me for a reading. Now I want to just jump right into your questions so you can get the clarity that you need. So your first question is, you want to know if the guy you're talking to, you know, will be a part of your future. This guy, Armand. Okay, Spirit, what should G know about the past, present, and future of her connection with Armand? What should she know about the past, present, and future of her connection to Armand? I'm getting the word levels. So it is about taking things slow if you want something from him, or just in general. Stand your ground, put your foot down. I don't know what kind of man he is, but oh, okay. Yep, I knew it was something, because I don't know what your sign is, but and I'm gonna let you know I'm using the tarot of sexual magic. So if you're offended by nudity, I apologize. Just close your eyes and just listen. Listen to the video. But he feels like I don't know if he's an air sign, in Aries, Libra, or Aquarius, but he is someone who loves like the damsel in distress. He's like a bad boy a little bit, but not like a bad guy, but just he's a bit rebellious and opinionated, and he could be a bit obnoxious at times and can only see things his way. So he's he's a great communicator. He's someone that you can talk to and that you can rely on when it comes to helping you and giving you advice. But he is going to be very blunt and very honest. And you know, he's not necessarily Prince Charming, but his intentions are usually always good. But he does tend to play mind games. I don't know how long you've been dealing with him, but this is the type of man that you are dealing with. Now, if he does want a relationship, his mind will be made up and he will let you know. And he may not do that in a sweet and charming way. He's very, you know, he's very, this is me, you either accept me or not. And he knows that there are other women that he could choose, but he feels like if he's choosing you, you should be proud, you should be happy, and you should believe him when he says that he wants to be with you. So trust is going to be a very important thing when it comes to just the natural progression of you guys' connection and or relationship. But you got to be clear when it comes to who you are going to be in the relationship, because if you're not prepared and if you're not strong enough, he can really dominate the situation. So don't be overly submissive. Don't allow him to just, you know, control the situation, because the Swords energy, he's on his way to becoming the King of Swords. This is somebody who does not really do well with emotion. So don't really, you'll be hitting a brick wall if you try to get him to open up and express his feelings and stuff like that. So I'm telling you right now, you need to decide who you're going to be in the relationship, because he does have a very big and strong and powerful personality. He may be, you know, a water rising or something, and it may come off in this smooth, nice way, but he knows what he wants, so you're going to have to know what you want. Now, in the past, we have the Chariot. So here we are with this no emotion kind of thing. This is about him seeing you or you seeing him, and just somebody thinking, okay, that's what I want. And then he or you went after the other. But it's about this being an energy of the past. This is a major arcana when it comes to, I don't know, I feel like he pursued you and it kind of took you by surprise. And, you know, it was a bit, you know that he's not the most charming guy, but you like him and you feel like he is someone who could be right for you. But Spirit is telling you to do right by yourself. Set some ground rules. You're going to have to be strong when dealing with him, because like I said, he could really, not because he's a bad guy, but it's about you with this Chariot being in the past. This thing could be like a long-term kind of thing, but it won't be like this romantic whirlwind. It's going to take a minute for it to get there, because in the near future we have the Two of Cups, which is about you two coming together, speaking each other's language, and just feeling like it's right. The vibe is just right between the two of you. But Spirit is telling you to make up your mind right now, because he's going places with this Chariot, or somebody's going places. Either, you know, you, or in terms of like just having your mind made up is going to be important. I don't know. I'm going to have to start asking you guys for your sun signs and stuff like that, because it just feels like his mind is made up. And if you're not careful, he can really drag you along. And it's going to feel good in the end. And you're going to feel like, oh, he cares for me. He likes me. And then for you to ask, you know, what is the future, or if he'll be a part of your future. Yeah, he can. If you want him to be, and if you're okay with his kind of, you know, serious ways, yeah, absolutely. But it's about, he's a real take charge kind of guy. So you're gonna have to stand strong and hold your ground and be clear on what type of woman you're gonna be in the relationship, what you want out of the relationship. This card is about making an unemotional decision, considering your heart and what it wants, but ultimately making a logical decision. So if you don't feel like you're ready to be in a relationship for whatever reason, don't worry about it. Just be upfront and honest. He's going to respect that. He doesn't really like people who beat around the bush. And even though he is the controlling type, not in like this domineering kind of way, but just his personality, he likes to take control of the situation. Justice is about you not being intimidated by that, and bringing the strength of your personality to the relationship, and not being, again, dominated and overly submissive. I don't know if this is the usual role that you play in your relationships, or if you are the person who is this Knight of Swords who tries to control everything. This situation is going to teach you how to let go and how to accept someone for who they are, and to give you that experience of being accepted for who you are, and that's going to create love. So know that you may have to stand firm for a while, because this is a major lesson you're going to have to learn. Spirit is going to be creating certain experiences between the two of you that are going to challenge you to make better decisions when it comes to the foundation that you're building within your relationships. It needs to be based on love. It can't be based on, you know, and I think that he's just going to treat it in that way. He's not just going to be overly sexual or affectionate. He's going to kind of cause you to feel like he just has the upper hand in the relationship. And that's just to teach you to be clear about what it is that you want, so that when somebody's speaking to you and saying what they want, you have something to say, and that there's compromise. Spirit is telling you that this time, not even just with this guy, but because it's popping up with him, you have to do right by yourself. You have to speak up for yourself. And it can't just be all about him, and it can't just be all about you. It's about learning a major lesson of compromise. You're going to have to compromise, but you're also going to have to stand firm on what it is that you want. So if you want a relationship and he doesn't, don't let him dominate the situation. Don't be overly submissive. Okay? Spirit, what message do you have for G when it comes to the future of her relationship or her connection with our mind? It's about not jumping into a relationship. Well, not wasting your time, because we've got the Chariot. Again, this is about self-discipline and going places and feeling like I'm at a point in my life to where ... And with this Justice being here, to where I want to be with somebody who's right for me. And I'm not really trying to play any kind of games with anybody who, you know, isn't serious. So in a way, we've got this Knight of Swords. It's about you meeting your match in some way. Maybe for a while you've been wanting to be with this kind of guy. So Spirit is like, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. So you're going to have to be strong, and you're going to have to not be, you know, the weak one in the relationship. You've got to give. It has to be about give and take. It has to be fair. So don't just try to get in a relationship with him because it seems logical and it seems right. See where it goes. Take time to see how you guys really bond and flow and connect with each other on an emotional level. Spirit, what do you want G to know about the natural progression of her connection with our mind? We've got unrequited love. It says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So it doesn't matter how pretty you are, how much money you have. Know that this guy, he's not impressed by all of that. He is who he is, and he's going to be expecting, or Spirit is expecting, for you to be yourself. But they're saying, even though you may not receive the love that you want from him, continue to just be open and honest with how you feel. But it may result in him not reciprocating it to you for whatever reason. But know that if that does happen, you do have the potential to meet someone new. It says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Now, another interpretation of this could be unrequited love being just like a pattern in your relationships. And with justice being here, it's about Spirit saying you've got to change that. No longer, slow down. Don't give your all to somebody up front, because they may not be willing to give you what you need or what you're willing to bring to the table. So Spirit is saying this time, do it right. Honor yourself. Honor that need within you to give your all in a relationship, but not too soon. Allow it to flow naturally. And if you do run into a situation of unrequited love from him, of feeling like, I'm the total package, but he's not. He's just not even necessarily seeing it, but just appreciating it. It's about letting him go. And knowing that I'm still going to express my love. I'm still going to be open to love with somebody else. And when you do that, I don't know, they're trying to make way for your husband. I don't know if this wedding card is here, but this wedding card is here. It says this situation involves marriage. So this is about, I know you asked the question about will your ex-husband leave you alone, but it just feels like, I can't lie, your ex-husband, it doesn't feel like he's going to leave you alone anytime soon, because this, now that I think about it, it kind of, I don't know if your ex-husband is an air sign. If he is, then this feels like he's popping up in the reading. Yeah. But they're saying follow your heart, but ultimately make the right decision. I don't know. I don't know the situation between you and your ex, but that's your next question. But Spirit is telling you that you are calling in your soulmate. It says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. But you have to be okay. When this soulmate does show up, and this could be this Armand guy, or it could just be, I don't know, it's just something about you asking, will your ex-husband leave you alone? And you see how she's kind of just sleeping here, and he's coming and saying, hey, get up, or he's about to leave. It's almost like this coming and going kind of thing. The Spirit is like, you've got to rectify the situation. You've got to serve some justice for yourself. Don't just allow somebody to just keep coming and going as they please. Feels like you're going to want a relationship in the near future, but it has to be with the right person. And it can't be based on you being overly submissive. So you're going to be calling in your soulmate, but you're going to have to put your foot down, and you're going to have to grow as a person and find discipline within yourself to do right by yourself. But we've got new love. So it says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Again, so if your ex-husband is still trying to come back into the picture, this justice card is about doing what's right. There may be love there, on his end, or just in general, or this thing with Armand, or whoever else you're going to be dealing with may go at a slow pace. But know that it's Spirit rectifying some sort of situation and teaching you how to do right by yourself. They're telling you to free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So this is about not jumping into a relationship just yet with Armand. But that it could be, it does have the potential to go in that direction in the near future. If you make the right decisions today, if you do what's right for you. It's about making sure, not necessarily that you're completely over your ex or ready to be, married again. But they're telling you, you deserve love. You are lovable. So it's about waiting. Waiting for the right one, and knowing that when your soulmate shows up, he may not be Prince Charming. He may be, a diamond in the rough. But they're saying very soon. Clearly decide what it is that you want so that it comes to you now. And that's what this justice card is here. So in a way, you've got some sort of decision to make. They're telling you to follow, to trust your heart, but to ultimately make a wise decision. One that isn't just based purely on emotion. I don't know. I don't know if you're going to have a choice between two men or something like that. Or if Armand is going to want something from you at a time where, you may not be emotionally available. It's just some sort of emotional unavailability that's going on. But it will work out in the end. You guys will get close, or whoever it is you're going to deal with. Spirit is saying forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So this could be about Armand, but here we are with this past life relationship. You have known each other before. So he could be more than a soulmate. It's karmic. The passion between the two of you will be intense. And it will be, you know, it will teach you a lot of lessons when it comes to learning how to stand up for yourself. Spirit, what is your final message of advice when it comes to her connection with Armand? True love. This is a romance of a lifetime. Release your ex. It says the time has come to clear your energy. Give this Armand guy a chance. It won't be easy. Now with it saying true love, this is the romance of a lifetime. It doesn't mean that it will last forever. But it doesn't mean that it won't either. They're telling you to keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So this is why they want you to go slow. Really see what he's all about. With this honeymoon card being here, it's just about spending time together, not rushing into being in a relationship, but also not closing off the idea of a relationship with him due to your past experiences with your ex. Be open about how you feel. We have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings for each other. And a final message of make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So you might be, you know, you may be over your ex-husband and whatnot, but you may, you know, just still be kind of tied, connected to being the apple of someone's eyes and being chased and being the one that got away. But Spirit is telling you, let all that go. There's a new man trying to come into your life, and even if it lasts for a couple months or a couple years or for the rest of your life, be open to learning how to love and to trying and to getting your heart broken and becoming stronger and becoming the woman that you need to be in order for you to receive the love that you're asking for, that you're yearning for. And you will receive it, whether it's from him, from your ex, or from someone better. But I don't think it should be from your ex. But I feel like you made your mind up about that a long time ago. But so I'm just going to pull 3 more oracle cards to see, or what? Alright, Spirit, so what do you want her to know about her connection with Armand? He feels like a good guy. He may not say all the right things and be like super sweet. Or if this isn't him, this kind of man is coming into your life with that message of new love popping up or something. But it feels like it's Armand. Or just your usual type, the type of man that you attract into your life. But Spirit is saying he may be similar to your ex in a lot of ways. But if you handle the situation right, you can get the full experience of what this guy can bring you, can give you. But you're going to have to reciprocate with that message of justice. In order for you to receive, you're going to have to give. You're going to have to give him a chance. And then you're going to have to be okay with letting him go if he just turns out to be a douchebag. But you're going to have to be okay with embracing him as someone new, as someone who's not perfect, but someone who's worth giving a shot, who's worth opening your heart for. Just because the feeling is right. But ultimately, paying attention to the red flags and the signs, and speaking up when you feel like something isn't right. Speak up for yourself. We got the 6 of Wands, so there's a lot of passion here. I don't know if you have children or if you want any, or if he has children, but in some way he has his own life. And again, it's this whole coming and going kind of thing. Spirit is telling you don't get caught up into that. If you're wanting to get married again, I don't know. Armand is a good candidate. We've got Temperance. This is about that chemistry and how it could be a slow burn or it could be a wildfire. It all depends on how you approach the situation. He is a good guy, but he is, I think that he is looking to settle down. And he's not really, but with this Knight of Swords being the outcome again, he may think he has it all figured out when it comes to who he is, what he brings to the table. But he still has some growing to do. So they're saying take your time with him, because we've got the Emperor crossing the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands is about feeling victorious and feeling like you found someone special, somebody who is just of your same caliber. This is what you should know about your connection with him. Crossing you is the Emperor. So you're feeling like you're dealing with a man, not a little boy. And in a way, you're dealing with a man who still has some growing to do. But yes, he is a man. He is responsible. He is, you know, he gets up, he goes to work. He, you know, but he is a little tempestuous. He's a flirt, you know, and you do have the more power in the relationship than you think. But if you allow it, he could really, I don't know, he could really just kind of run your life. And I feel like you have a tendency to attract men like that who want to dominate you. And you're okay with that. That's cool. But it could end in some sort of sadness, heartbreak, and upset, because you're going to feel like you're just going through the same old situation with a different person. But Spirit is telling you to handle it differently. We've got the Death card in the past. This is about a newbie. This is about one door closing so that another one can open. So this is about doing things differently, because things are going to be moving fast between you two. Or maybe they already have. And you're wondering why he's kind of taking a long time, because this Emperor is crossing. I don't know if you're going through this right now, or I don't know if you guys have been intimate in the past or something, but with this Death card being in the past, it feels like some sort of chapter within your relationship is over, and it's in the past. So now we're reaching the point of the Six of Wands and the Emperor. Him being a guy that, if you play your cards right, he could be the one. But a few tears are going to be shed if you allow this man to, like, eat away at your self-confidence and stuff like that. They're telling you, you know, just please don't be overly submissive. Don't allow him to just dominate the situation. But it's not necessarily about him being a domineering kind of guy. It's just, he could be the one. Because we have the Four of Cups in the future. It's about you feeling like, damn, does he want me? You know, are we on the same page? And he does, because we have the Nine of Cups here. This is about someone special. Your dream girl, your dream guy. But to a degree, if you guys were intimate in the past, or if you haven't been, or maybe you'll run into this. I think that with this Emperor crossing this Six of Wands, it's about him wanting to be sure, or somebody needing to be sure before they put their all into it. So right now, you're probably feeling the passion flying, but you're feeling like something is slipping, or you're going to feel this way. I don't know. This is what Spirit is wanting to let you know. And you're going to be feeling like, oh, I'm still single, or I'll never get married again, or I'll never really, he doesn't really want what I want. Maybe he doesn't like me as much as I think he likes me. It's just a lot of apathy and boredom. And then we have the Hermit as the outside energy. So this is about introspection, being alone. You see he's kind of just in there with the candle, about to go to bed. And these people out here, you know, vibing with each other. But he doesn't have anything going on. So don't think he's like cheating or anything. He's just like a very complex dude. Spirit is telling you to trust your intuition. Don't really hound him. Don't be overly submissive. But also really turn this could really be like a divine connection that you share with him. Make it more about communication and learning about. It's easy because of your attraction to him to just think that because he's pulling away, or because he's distant with that air sign energy, that he's not as into you as you are into him. But he is. He's just more in his head. And I don't know your sign, so I don't know what your energy is. But it feels like you're a water sign or something, or maybe your moon or your rising, because you feel very giving. I don't know. You just have this real watery energy, and he has air energy. So if you think about the ocean and you think about the sky, they're two very different people. But by accepting yourself and learning how to be more logical and less emotional, and I don't know if you're an air sign as well, but you know, I don't know. I have to start asking that. But it's about just being strong, handling this situation differently, and not giving in to certain things that he says, and it just feels like this real temper tantrum energy. Not like in this childish way, but it's about you just putting your foot down, taking the lead in the relationship, being a strong woman, being the strong woman that you are. And a strong woman knows how to give, she knows how to receive. So that's how you're going to need to be with this guy. And if you feel like he's pulling away, don't think he's cheating. But if you feel like he's cheating, I don't know, trust your intuition. But it's just more about him being an individual and needing time by himself. And it's just a part of him that's just been with him for a very long time. And it's a part of him that's always going to be there to some degree. But you can't just be intimidated by it, and you can't just feel like, oh, I just have to soak up all of his energy while he's here because he's usually gone. So I'm not going to cause an argument because I don't want him to go away for good. You've got to really take that energy of justice, do the right thing, do right by yourself, and say, okay, if I want a relationship with him, I'm going to have to accept him for who he is, but he's going to have to accept me for me too. Balance, fairness. Damn, like, why? It's like, I don't understand why do these questions keep going away? Okay. Alright, so you wanted to know if your ex-husband will leave you alone. Spirit. Will G's ex-husband leave her alone? Will her ex-husband leave her alone? Again, it's about you putting your foot down. It's about you putting up those boundaries. Putting up those boundaries and saying, no. I don't know if you're still dealing with him in a way, or if by you saying, will he leave you alone, that like somehow you're still. Okay, so in the past, when it comes to if your ex-husband is going to leave you alone, we have the Three of Swords here. So this represents, you know, infidelity, heartbreak, delays, and ultimately just somebody who broke your heart. And then we have the King of Wands, so he could be a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So that kind of confirms the fact that Armand is more of this more of a serious person, and this King of Wands, you guys' relationship, it has a lot of chemistry. There's still a lot of passion and love there, because the King of Wands is just that man that comes into our life and he just have a hold on us. And then in the future position, we have the Ace of Cups. So it feels like, I mean, if you're wanting him to leave with this Three of Swords being here, you see it's this woman in the background, or over here in the background. And then there's a woman laying in the bed, and then he's just kind of doing this little thing, singing this little tune, trying to say, I'm sorry, I'm trying to come back. I don't know if he's, you know, married somebody else, or if he's in a relationship, or if this is just the past of you guys' this relationship and just him just not being faithful, or just not being the man that he should have been to you in whatever way. It caused you some sort of heartbreak. And the King of Wands in the present really shows him maybe trying to make an effort, not necessarily to get back with you, but because his feelings for you are real, are genuine, and he's not perfect, and he just feels like you understand him. And I see this as him trying to get back into bed with you. So I don't know if you, and that's more literal and figurative. So it's about you realizing that this man, there is still some passion there, and that he is serious. But because it's the King of Wands, I don't know, the King of Wands is very true to himself. He doesn't play around with his feelings. He may play around with someone else's, you know, just because he is who he is. But he is the king, so he has learned how to temper his passion, and he knows how he feels about you, and his mind is made up. And I don't think that he wants to let you go, because as you can see, he's just kind of like holding on to her. And even with this woman being in the background, you know, he's still like just so locked into this woman here. But there's still an element of heartbreak, so he's still a bit of a heartbreaker. And I don't know if you've made it clear to him that you don't want to continue on with this passion, this chemistry that's still there, even though he's broke your heart in the past, or even though, you know, the relationship is over. It feels like he doesn't know that it's over. Well, he knows that it's over, but he feels like he can keep coming back, because I don't know. He feels like he can keep coming back, because here he is, you know, just kind of singing his little sad little love song. And I'm just thinking of that song by the Fugees, Killing Me Softly. That's the vibe that I'm getting for you when it comes to your question about him, if he'll leave you alone. It feels like as you ask that question, you want him to leave you alone, but it's like you can't deny the chemistry that's still there despite all that he's done. you know, despite you guys' rough and rocky history. And I don't think he's going to leave you alone because he doesn't feel like you want him to leave you alone. Because we've got the overall message of the Four of Swords. It's about him just feeling like, not necessarily regret, but there's still a lot of passion between you two. And I think that that's why the message of, you know, justice is in the present position when it comes to this connection with you and Armand. It's about you needing to clear your head and clear your energy of your ex, because, and I know it's going to be hard because the King of Wands, man, it doesn't matter what he looks like or anything. This is just a man who just has that energy, and it's hard to let it go, and it's hard to say no because he just has a hold on you. It feels like he has a hold on you, girl. And you want to be free, but you don't want to be free. And you're hoping that part of you wants to be free, and part of you just wants to just hold on to this thing that you guys have, because it's something that you can't really explain, which explains this Three of Swords, why, you know, he was able to do a lot to you, but it took you a while to leave the situation or to heal from the situation. But with the Four of Swords being the overall message, Spirit is telling you it's time for you to heal from this. It's time for you to close that chapter and say that final goodbye. And it's okay. I don't know, it just feels like this thing is just going to keep going on and on if you don't put your foot down, if you don't make up your mind. And not because, you know, your situation with Armand is ideal, or just you feel like he can kind of take you away from this undeniable connection you have with your ex. But it's about you making this decision on your own, and not because there's someone else in your life. But it's about you. But the thing is, in the near future, we have the Ace of Cups. I don't know what you guys' past is like in general, but the Three of Swords is about heartbreak and disappointment. But with this Four of Swords, there is an opportunity for healing. But you guys are going to need to separate. But it's like he doesn't want to, and you, whether you want to admit it or not, on a conscious or subconscious level, you don't want to let him go. And it's more of just this passionate thing rather than this emotional thing, because he's broken your heart a lot in the past. So it's not really based on emotion. It's just based on the fact that, not just that he's familiar, but there's chemistry, and it just won't die. And you have to be okay with that. That's why Spirit is saying romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So I don't know. I don't know if this door is going to close, but it needs to. Because it says pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. He may be true and real with his intentions to come back into your life and to start all over again. And he may be showing signs that maybe this is the one that you need to stay with, because we've got the soulmate card. Again, it says, yes, this is your soulmate. And know that you can have more than one soulmate. So it feels like that's kind of a part of the hold that he has on you, because you guys share so much history. It's good, it's bad, it's beautiful, it's ugly, it's everything. But it's something that you share. It's a bond that you share. And I don't know if you have children, but the children card popped up here. It says your love life is being affected by children. So I don't know. You'll know what that means. Good. And with this message of the Ace of Cups being here, this is about renewal of love, forgiveness, healing. I don't know if this is about you being, you know, in a situation with someone else, because we had that Two of Cups there. Are you really over your ex? I know he's probably done some horrible things to you, but it feels like your heart is still, it's ready for love. Obviously, real love, but it feels like with this King of Wands being in the middle of the reading and you asking if he'll leave you alone, somebody can't come in unless that door is open. Mentally, physically, spiritually, or emotionally. Somebody can't, you know, whether somebody keeps trying to pursue us or not is irrelevant. If we still, it feels like you still have something within your heart for him. You still have some heartbreak and some aches and some pain. But I see new love for you in the future. So this could be new love from Armand or from someone else, or just a renewal of love between. But it's an ace. So in some way you're asking for new love, and he may be the one that's gonna, you know, knock on the door and say, here I am. Because you're asking if he'll leave you alone. I don't know, but with this Three of Swords being here and that message of pay attention to the red flags and this Ace of Cups being here, so know that, like, even if you feel like there's something brewing between you two again, know that there's new love out there for you. You don't have to settle for this guy. But Spirit is saying, again, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So he could just be in your life for closure. And he may be true in his intent. Spirit is telling you to release your ex. I was just about to shuffle. But again, it says, the time has come to clear your energy. Your love life is influenced by your spiritual path, calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Past life relationship, you have known each other before. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Know that his intentions may be good for the most part, but he's still the same old guy. But he has grown and he does want to change. So open your heart to forgiving him, but also be ready to move on, because it's time for you to express your love. It says go ahead and make the romantic gesture. It's time to disconnect from the world. Your love life is being affected by children. I don't know if you have children yet or what, but we have flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Getting to know each other. You deserve love. This is someone new. Open your heart to someone new. And it's saying separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. You've got to get your head together. So if you're talking about, if you're asking if he'll leave you alone, when you make it clear within your communication, within your body language, within just being upfront that you want him to leave you alone, he will. He will. But he will come back. And it will feel as though you guys can be on the same page again with this Ace of Cups. That'll just be the feeling. But it's an ace. So it's up to you. You can have love with him, renewed love with him, or with someone else. You've got to make that decision. Spirit, what advice do you have for G when it comes to dealing with her ex and him kind of coming and going? I don't know. It's something about him popping up in the reading, or the part of the reading about Armand. You've got to figure this thing out. If you want to find love and happiness with somebody, you're going to have to make peace with the past of you and your ex-husband's relationship. And so if that means that you want to start again, you want to give it a shot just because you feel like the love is renewed and it could be something that it never was in the past now, follow your heart. But if you feel like it's time to move on, that this is just about you getting clarity, or just realizing that there is no need for clarity because he is who he is and you loved him and you still love him and you'll probably always love him. But you've got to find love. You've got to reach your hand out and grab this new cup, this new love, this new peace, this new happiness that's out there for you in the near future if you do walk away from him. Because in a way, it feels like, you know, this is almost like a hug goodbye. It's a, you know, a return, but also a departure in some way. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So I don't think that he'll go away completely. Because as long as your heart is open, he can find his way back in. We've got reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. It's not over. And maybe Spirit is just trying to get you to heal from it so that you can manifest this new beginning when it comes to love. Whether it be with him or someone else. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you do right by yourself. That's what Spirit is wanting you to do now. Make a wise decision, not one just based on your emotions, because you could be feeling like they're telling you to stay optimistic about your love life. So if you feel in your heart it's time to move on from your ex for good and close that chapter and not be intimate with him and not answer his phone calls, or if you guys have children together, just keep it at a level of co-parenting, then that's what you do. Or if you decide that you want to be with him, it's about staying optimistic, forgiving him, forgiving yourself, and becoming a new woman that won't put up with the same things that you put up with in the past. And whether that, you know, that could apply to him or to someone else. But it feels like it should apply to someone else. Because we have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So this is about putting yourself out there, If you guys do have children, just co-parenting, working on yourself, keeping that distance up between you and him, letting him know that that door is closed or is closing, and going and having a good time with somebody else. But also not making the same mistakes that you made in the past with your ex. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Spirit is telling you to slow down. Pay attention to what you're doing, because you may run into some more heartbreaks, some more upsets, and that may cause you to miss out on this new love that's right around the corner for you. Again, it could be through him or it could be through somebody else, but it says getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So open your heart to Armand and just someone else and release your ex. Okay? And stay optimistic. Alright, I gotta put these cards down because I could do this all day. Alright. Okay. Alright, Spirit. So she wants to know, will she ever get her own place and be in peace? That opportunity is there for you. The Two of Wands, all you have to do is trust your intuition and allow your heart to lead the way. And it will lead you right to where you need to be. You got the Two of Wands is about a decision that we need to, an exciting decision. So know that it's not just one way that you can get this done. Get creative, be creative, think outside the box. How do you want to, you know, be paying your rent? Make sure that you're thinking long term. And it's about just knowing that the time is right. So it's not about waiting. Here we are with this Ace of Cups, this new beginning. So if you're asking, will you ever? Absolutely. We're going to look at when the best time will be for you to do it. Here you are with the Six of Swords, moving on. And you probably don't realize it, because the Six of Swords is about being in this boat. The water is steady and it's not rocky anymore. And somehow we're arriving, we're arriving to that point that we never thought we would get to, or we thought it would take longer, or we thought we would be there by now, but we're still floating and we're still drifting. And the Six of Swords is about saying, okay, I've already said what I want, and I know that when the time is right, things will make sense and it'll be right here in front of me. And right now, it's here in front of you. We've got the Chariot. This is a major arcana about getting yourself together and moving towards what it is that you want. It's a major lesson that you're going to have to learn when it comes to going out there and making things happen for yourself, and not just sitting around waiting for signs and waiting for, you know, confirmation. It's about saying, okay, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to go do. And when you ask, you know, will you find peace? The King of Cups is about ultimately finding peace within yourself, accepting yourself for who you are, the good, the bad, the ugly, the sadness, the loneliness, everything, and just filling your own cup and being in your apartment by yourself and being okay with that for a while. Spirit is actually wanting that for you, especially with this King of Cups. So there is an opportunity for renewal here, but you've got to, but it feels like with this moon being here in your reality, it feels like you are a little disillusioned when it comes to the fact that you can manifest this right now, or the fact that this is happening, that you are working towards it, even if you feel like you're not moving at all. You are making progress, but in a way, with this moon being in your reality, you feel like something is just taking so long. And it feels like with this Ace of Cups crossing you, it's about you just appreciating the blessings that are here for you right now. Have a good time with your, have a good time with this new guy in your life. Really focus on finding love within yourself, enjoying this moment, because you are going to be able to move and find peace. But you don't have to move in order to find peace. And the Moon card is about you realizing that. It's about you accepting not just the soft and sweet and harmonious emotions, the peaceful part of your emotions, but accepting the part of you that needs healing and that needs time to figure things out and that needs time to just go through the motions. So yes, you will. In the past, we have the Hierophant, your life being together and things being stable, you feeling like you're at peace in the world. You've learned a valuable lesson when it comes to like who you are, where you should be headed in your life, and you don't really know how it's going to work out, but that's going to be a part of your blessing. That's how you are manifesting this Ace of Cups, this new beginning, to find peace, to be in your own apartment, to just feel happy and satisfied with your life. And you will, because we have the Three of Cups, which represents good news, celebration, small victories, and feeling accomplished and feeling at peace. And not just at peace, but happy with where we are in our life right now. Enjoying your family, enjoying your friends, dating, laughing more, just having a good time. We have the Eight of Pentacles, so you're going to need to just dedicate yourself to getting your money right. But I feel like you've already been doing this. If you're worried about if your finances will be an issue, you can turn this around. But with this Moon card being in your subconscious and in your reality, you've got to be okay with the heaviness of your emotions. And you can't let that stop you from moving on. Because you can move on. And you can move into your own apartment, because here we have in your reality the Page of Wands. Spirit is telling you to be bold, to be confident, to go out there. If you need another job, if you want to create more abundance and money, this is a good time to go apply for jobs. And it's a good time because you're going to feel naturally confident. The Page of Wands is raw energy, and it's about you needing to learn how to take a risk. Because here you are with this Two of Wands as the central energy of if you'll move. You're sitting there, you're trying to decide, and Spirit is telling you to go for it. Follow your heart. It will work out for you in the end a lot sooner than you think. But you're going to have to stay committed and do work that you love so that you can manifest more money, so that you can live by yourself and have peace. Because moving out isn't just going to give you peace. You're still going to have bills to pay. You're still going to have responsibilities. You know, that's what the Six of Swords is about. It's how, you know, life is a little challenging, and sometimes in order to find peace, you just have to let go. And you've got to shed a tear, then you got to dry your eye, and then you got to go work, you know, try again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And that's what this Page of Wands is telling you. This is new, raw energy within you that you can use to change your situation, to take that leap of faith, to get off this porch or wherever you live, well, to move on from where you are right now, and to stop just looking to the future as like this, in this way of like wishful thinking, and know that what it is that you envision for yourself, living in your apartment, feeling at peace, moving on with your life, and growing as a person, which is indicated by this Hierophant. Know that you can. But don't think that you have to be like in this happy emotional state in order to do it. You can be sad, and you can heal, and you can cry, and you can be angry, and you can be upset, and you don't necessarily need closure in order for you to move on. The universe is waiting on you. They know what you want. You've told them what you want with this Hierophant. The Hierophant is about finding balance between our spiritual life and our material life, and realize and detaching from material things. So know that your Spirit knows that your desire to move is not just some tied to material needs and stuff like that. You just want peace, and you want to have a good time, and you feel like this is just a new part of yourself. But with this new desire, or just like passion and desire to move forward with your life, and to take a risk again, and to do things on your own, and to live your life on your own for real, in this very free-flowing, go with the flow kind of way. The Moon is about just fears that you'll fail, or that this is just a pipe dream, and that you'll end up back at square one. But Spirit with the Six of Swords is saying, just go for it. You won't know unless you try. That's a recurring message for you, especially when it comes to love, when it comes to your career. You won't know unless you try. Because with this Two of Wands, here he is, optimistic about the future, excited about both of the choices that he has in front of him, feeling like it's going to work out for him in the end anyway. And then the Ace of Cups is crossing you. So your heart, Spirit is telling you to listen to your heart, trust your intuition. You're making the right decision. Take a leap of faith. You got it. You won't fail. As long as you plant the right seeds, you will reap what you sow. But this, you could fail if you don't do what you need to do, and you could end up being in the same place that you are, you know, kind of going in circles, just drifting, because you're not willing to learn the lesson of taking advantage of an opportunity when it presents itself, and just following your heart. The importance of following your heart. I think that's what this Moon is about. It's about you not being able to escape the depth and the intensity of your desire to move by yourself. And Spirit is putting that heaviness on you, that need to get away from where you are and to move on in such an intense way, because they want you to take a leap of faith and see that this can be a reality. You can move and you can find peace. But you're going to have to, put in some hard work. You're going to have to put yourself out there in some kind of way. You're going to have to liberate yourself from negative thinking. We've got the devil here at the bottom of the deck. And this is about us ultimately sabotaging our success and not wanting to be happy, not wanting to be free from certain from certain relationships and circumstances, because that's just our human nature, to just be down on ourselves and to think that it's our circumstances that's hindering us, instead of accepting that we are our own devils and demons, and it's not some big bad man up in the sky or underneath the ground that's causing us to struggle. It's us and our decisions and our way of thinking. So the devil is about changing your perspective, liberating yourself from the darkness of your mind and your need to sabotage yourself. You can, and you can move, but it's about, will you move is completely up to you. But Spirit is telling you to trust your heart, follow your intuition. Trust your intuition and follow your heart. Yes, you will move and you will find peace. What does this look like? This looks like happiness. This is the Ten of Cups. This is one of the most powerful cards. And Spirit is telling you, your ships are coming in. Even if you felt like it's taking forever, know that you are going to land on your feet and you are going to get what you want. You are going to be able to move. Let's see. Now, 2017 is significant. I'm pretty sure that you want to move this year. I'm going to take a look at the next 12 months to see when the energy will be available for you to move. That doesn't mean that Spirit is just going to hand it to you. That's what that Ace of Cups is. That's what the aces represent. It's about Spirit handing something to you, but it's up to you to do something with it. And for them to hand you the Ace of Cups, crossing you as a Two of Wands, and then for the Ten of Cups, which is completion of this new beginning that they gave you, or that they're trying to give you, because it's crossing you. So in some way, with you being met with this decision, you could lean more towards logic and fear and doubt and the energy of that devil, and just say, no, I don't believe that this can happen this year, or maybe I should wait. It's just a lot of doubts that you're going to have to let go if you want to move. And I feel like the move will be peaceful. It will bring you peace, and it will bring you happiness and joy. And about you just honoring your energy and knowing that no doors are going to be closed for you. It's about just whenever you're ready. Take control of your life. Stop waiting on confirmation. Stop waiting on love to show up. It ain't gonna show up. It's gonna take a lot of work. Right now, they want you to focus on getting your life together and moving on from the past, not with bitterness or regret or resentment in your heart, but just with peace. And that's what they're trying to say by, you don't have to move in order to find peace. So they want you to find peace and make peace with where you are, what you've gone through, and who you are and who you're becoming. And that's how you're going to be able to see the opportunities that are going to be out there, the time that's going to be best for you to move. The Empress. I don't know if you have children, but there's just that message of children keeps popping up. So maybe it's just about Spirit saying, just focus on yourself as a mother, or do you want to be a mother? Focus on just being independent and knowing that you don't need a man. You don't need anybody. The Empress is about a woman who knows what she can do by herself, and she has no hate in her heart for anybody, and she's open to love. Ultimately, she loves herself. At the end of the day, she knows that if everyone decides to walk away from her, she will always have an infinite supply of love, because she loves herself. And when you love yourself and when you treat yourself with compassion and kindness, you begin to find the courage to just walk away from whatever challenging situation you're in and manifest the reality that you desire. Because ultimately, the Empress is about our ability to create our own lives, and how we have the pen and we have the paper, and it's up to us to write our own destiny. Yes, we'll be challenged along the way, but that's just a part of our growth. That's something that's going to make us stronger. I don't know what kind of work you do, but we have a message from the goddess Sarasvati. It says, the arts. Express yourself through creative activities. So they're telling you to follow your heart. Really think about what you want to do with your career, because this is the energy of 3, and 3 is about our talent and our skills and what we do with them, how we put them out there into the world. So Spirit is saying, do what makes you happy. Focus on you now, because we have a final message from the goddess Isolde, and it says, undying love. The love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. So you may be single this year. You may just, you know, it may be a little bumpy and rocky when it comes to like love and stuff like that. But I feel like your fixation on that is what's kind of interfering and distracting you from moving on with your life. Focus on yourself. Think about if you want to go back to school or not, or you know, really reconsider that dream that you put off for whatever reason. If you don't have children, reconsider. Think about it. Grow, learn. This year needs to be about you doing what you love, recommitting to yourself, to healing, to finding peace wherever you are, and knowing that you don't have to exert any kind of energy in order to be happy. You could be happy right here, right now, and you could be sad the next minute. But you've got to be okay with that ebb and flow of the emotions. Spirit, what is the final message of advice when it comes to her life path this year? And I feel a need to pull this card, because you just need to recenter and focus on yourself. Know that Armand is a cool guy, but it's about just being single for a while. That's what that justice is about. It's about needing to be in a fair and balanced relationship, and it's going to come to you, because the outcome for both Armand and your ex was a cup card. The Two of Cups for Armand and the Ace of Cups for your ex. So you're going to find love. But Spirit still wants you to focus on yourself. They don't want you to be dependent on anybody anymore. And they want you to forgive yourself for failing. You're okay. We have talked to your angels. It says, instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. So this is about spending more time with yourself. Just doing more things with yourself. Just taking it easy. Giving yourself time to heal. And working on yourself. It says body work. Your life purpose involves body work, such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. So you're wondering what kind of like career field would work best for you. Something to where you are active in some way. Even if you don't feel that right now, they're saying that's how you can thrive this year. If you're looking for a new job, gyms are good. If you're wanting to go back to school, massage therapy. I don't know what kind of jobs there are like in your city for that, but it's just about more soft, nurturing kind of jobs, like nursing homes and just things to where you can be soft and gentle. So that's just advice for you if you're looking for a job, because I know you want to move, or if you're thinking about changing your career. But let me just pull 9 cards, and then I'm going to let you know. How can she manifest abundance, success, and prosperity this year so that she can move? How can she find peace? How can she get in alignment with her life path so that she can heal from her past, her relationship, from whatever is causing her to feel like she can't move on? Take up new interests. Yeah. Again, we've got this children card popping up. We've got school. You may have to go back to school for something. I don't know if you've been thinking about that, but that door is open for you. If you happen to just come across that thought this year, know that Spirit is with you. It says support. Again, your life purpose fully supports you. So I feel like you are where you need to be, because it does say you're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. So don't give up on yourself. Don't feel like you don't have the money that you need to survive in this world by yourself. We have infinite abundance. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. We've got writing. You heal, inspire, and teach and entertain with the words you write. So this is about you having the gift of gab. So be confident in yourself when you go for these interviews. And so in a way, they're telling you to try new things. You are on the right path, but open yourself up to exploring and developing your own talents and skills. It says school. The answer you're seeking involves going to school. So this doesn't mean you have to go back to college, but it could just be something like taking a course online. Again, learning new things. Just with this author card being here, it says you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. If you're into writing, because we've got writing and author here, know that you know, if you're thinking about your future and where you'll land, and if that's playing a major role in your stagnance and fear of getting out there into the world, know that you can become an author. You do have a natural career path, something that will kind of come easy to you. Allow your talent to shine. Relax, have fun. Go get some popcorn. Go to the movies. It says nutrition. You conduct healing work with your culinary skills. So this is about you just have a good time. I know that these cards are pretty specific, but I like to go deeper into them because it means so much more. This is your life path. This is what you're going to be doing this year. This is what this year is going to be all about. It can be peaceful if you just follow your heart, trust your intuition, and you know, when that thought of, oh, I should go back to school comes up, don't shut it out. Know that it's going to lead you to this Ace of Cups, this new beginning that you're asking for. But it's baby steps. Spirit is telling you to trust. Trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. So know that you don't have to have it figured out. You're on the right path. Trust your intuition with this. Talk to your angels being here. Pray. Ask. And then silence yourself and be patient enough to pay attention to the signs that they're going to send you. And it could just be that inkling to go back to school, for example, or seeing a TV commercial and getting inspired to like just do something out the blue. Spirit is telling you to do something out of the blue. Spirit is telling you to trust it. Okay, so I'm going to send you a shamanic healing oracle message via email so that you can just see. Should I do it on camera? I think I should. Alright. And I'm having this feeling to share a shamanic healing oracle message with you so that you can begin to move on from your ex, or just move on with your life regardless of who's going to be moving on with you. But it feels like you need to move on by yourself. Spirit, how can G begin to heal and make peace with her current situation and her past, and manifest this new reality where she's living in her own apartment and she's starting over and she's feeling happy and she's feeling like she can move on and strive and take risks and not be so afraid to step outside of her comfort zone and to make her dreams become a reality? How can she get back to her inner child who just wants to create and who wants to laugh and have a good time? How can she find that peace? How can she heal whatever wound is holding her back? Sacred space. So know that Spirit is in agreement with you moving. I'm going to read this to you. Hold on. So these cards are very deep. This is how you can heal whatever it is that's holding you back or causing you to feel insecure about your ability to start over and to find peace, okay? Find a spot in your home or office that you can access easily. Create a sacred space just for you. This will be a place for you alone. If space is at a premium, then a shelf or a corner will do. Put here only those items that hold significant meaning to you and touch you on a deep personal level. Examples are photos of loved ones, rocks, feathers, and shells. Place a candle even if it cannot be lit. This signifies the element of fire and represents the flame of Creator's love for you, the fire of creation or purification. Perhaps fire means something entirely different to you. Use this space to go to daily, even if it's just for a few moments, to ground and to calm yourself. Working this into your daily routine will bring you to a place of greater understanding. So this is you knowing that it's time for you to move, but again, that you don't have to move in order to find peace, because if you think like that, you'll end up moving and then you'll find that that's not what's going to bring you peace, and then you're going to feel discouraged and you may, sabotage yourself with that devil energy being there. So this is about you just going with the flow, learning to accept yourself for who you are and where you are in your life right now. As the Queen of Cups, like I said, I don't know if you're a water sign, but we've got this King of Swords. You got to stop thinking somebody's going to get in your way. And you've got to take control of your own life. If you got to stop being so afraid to start over again and to fail. Because you're going to fail and then you're going to win. And then you're going to fail again and you're going to win again. It's just the vicious cycle of life and change and growing and becoming. So thank you again for purchasing a reading with me. I hope that this helps you in some way. Know that you can come back to me at any time. And yeah. Good luck. Believe in yourself. You can do it. You can move. Remember, around October will be a good time, but you can move before then. But be patient with yourself and and have compassion towards yourself if you feel like you're not ready. But October will be a good time for you to move, but Spirit is wanting you to get clear, or you're going to experience something around July or just the summer of 2017 that's going to prove to you that you've got to move and you've got to do right by yourself. And when it comes to love, Armand is a good guy, but don't let him just dominate the situation like you tend to do in all of your relationships. When it comes to your ex, I know, you know, he probably look good, or he's probably still the man that has your heart, and you may not want to admit it, but he does. And in order for you to heal and to walk away and for him to not bother you anymore, you're going to just have to make peace with the past and leave him in the past, but not in this bitter, resentful, angry way, because that's how he'll be able to get in. Spirit is sending him back into your life. Whether his intentions are good or not, that's irrelevant, but they're sending him back into your life again and again to get you to learn the lesson of self-love, of doing what's best for you and not being angry and reconciling with him, but just ending it and moving on, and not because there's someone else around the corner, but because that's what's best for you. Hey,